climate change and natural disasters. Introducing the problem. Human activity has resulted in a steady increase in the global surface temperatures over the last century. Higher temperatures mean that there is more water vapor from the Earth's water bodies concentrated in the atmosphere, causing powerful storms and wind speeds. Furthermore, climate change and extreme weather conditions that most likely lead to occurrence of natural disasters will worsen the adverse effects of human health. Now, the most common phenomenon of extreme climate events is the increase of El Niño, which affects the sea temperatures, wind patterns, and rainfall. Although El Niño is planetary, it is a source of some of the particular natural disasters, which has caused health tragedies in places like Haiti, Mozambique, and Japan. In addition to these climate changes affecting those areas, it is the cause of some of the prevalence of malaria, dengue fever, diarrhea, and waterborne diseases. Now, moving on to possible causes and maintaining forces. One cause is by greenhouse gas emission will increase temperature. Hotter temperatures will cause more drier landscapes that provide flammable fuels, leading to forest fires and droughts in some of these areas that have never experienced it before. Not to mention that warmer temperatures causes destructive storms like hurricanes. Now, aside from these natural disasters being caused on land or in water, it threatens essential life systems such as humans relying on food, shelter, clean air, clean water, and overall security. The sole purpose to why this problem still persists is because most people are still unsure of the connection between natural disasters and climate change caused by human activity. And we are lacking the support from our scientific community and meteorologists with this information. And without this information, people are unsure of the correct prevention measures to take, and as well as other measures to do in case of natural disasters. Now, one way to begin overcoming the persisting problem is to accurately provide information about climate change and natural disasters to all individuals. Starting with what we know, the scientists should provide this information as well as the educators in effective ways like hosting seminars. And in these seminars, these individuals will be communicating clearly and simple facts about the system behind the changes caused by warming, as well as using metaphors that can effectively help explain how human-caused global warming affects extreme weather conditions. And with this information, hopefully the language is clear so the individuals know how to use information. With this information, I want to educate the general public and educators as well as students so they can gain more knowledge in this area, and as well as use platforms like social media, online media, and as well as classrooms and schools. Now, this is significant to students because it will show at a young age how important the connection between climate change is and natural disasters, and how humans have the effect on climate change because of our activity. Now, it is important to understand such things as a student because, as well as being in a healthcare major, to find ways to address these issues. And finally, evaluation. The whole goal of this situation is to equip people, especially educators and healthcare workers, with correct information about climate change and natural disasters. And to measure our success, as well as to increase awareness and education on climate change amongst healthcare practitioners and the general public. Enhancement of global awareness. Climate predictions show that temperatures will have increased by 5 degrees by 2080. By 2020, about 50 million people will be at risk of hunger. Now, these predictions suggest that people need to understand their lives and general well-being is dependent on healthy climate and therefore must take action to avoid such outcomes in the future. And last but not least, enhancement of global perspective taking. If laws can be put in place to make corporations change their production strategies and make them pay dearly for contributing to climate change, they may be considerable moving forward towards preserving their equipment. All in all, it is very important in children's minds that their life be connected to the environment so the next generation can know how to better protect it. In doing so, you will reduce the damaging effects of the environment that economically exploit nations have dared to resolve. And also, healthcare institutions may get better equipped and anticipating and addressing the impact of natural disasters on human health, both physical and mental.